Welcome back to Fallout 4 with the Rude Man, and I found this little settlement on the way to some place that we're going. I can't remember. I'll look it up in a minute. But and I got a beacon going as we left the episode, and gosh, there's 4 or 5 people here already. That one impresses me, so I'm gonna make her the mayor. Let's this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do this and make myself a table. Okay, and once you do that, then I'm going to go over and ask this girl to be the mayor. So let's command her and assign. Okay, settler is now in charge of Coastal Cottage.
Okay.
And we're going to tear it down and start the process of building. Now, what this does is there's a base building. Each settlement has a base building or base plan, and it sets out just a basic plan. There are other people that make their own, and you can get those and add them to the game, but you got to do everything they do, and sometimes they've got mods you don't want to use, and I'm just going with this. It takes 20 ASAMs. All right, here it goes. Now I'm going to have to change this music or I'll get copyrighted. Now, if you already had stuff built, it would tear it down. But see, it's just putting up a basic plan for a building, for buildings. All right, it's done. Doesn't take long. Okay, and then now they will they'll build their own stuff. They're going to build their own
Lost
shelters.
Track of how many blisters I got.
And that kind of it put the mayor down in his hole. Isn't that sweet? I guess good to be the mayor. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it just puts basic stuff down. There's probably loot in here that I haven't got. Municipal interior. Or maybe not. That might be part of the thing. So, anyway, let's move on to what we were doing. We were heading over here. So, let's head that way. Another settlement. Not a very nice one either. Yeah, by doing that, I've got somebody in charge. They're going to be, taking care of the building and setting everything up. And next time we come back, there will be stuff different than what it is right now. Yeah, I'll have to go back. I've been doing that to all my settlements. So I'll have to go back and make sure that they have not only storage, but the kinds of lots that can get resources and things like that. Holy smokes, look at that. Is that a bear? What's he trying to do with that dog? Let's see which one wins. What is that? Why is the whole ground shaking? Oh. I thought there was a behemoth out here.
We're sure they're dead?
Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure. The way the ground was shaking, it was like a behemoth was here. All right, is this where we're supposed to be? Oh. The bear must have got that guy. Life preserver.
Huh. You got all that?
Is this where... Oh my god! There's an underground thing here.
Ah, Ruve. The smell.
Busted.
Busted? Kit, can you unlock this? Can you unlock that? Inaccessible. Kit?
Hey,
Hey, you.
What's going on?
excuse me.
I keep wanting to take Nick's screwdriver from him and just fix his damn hand myself.
Alright, you need to come up with a new shtick. I don't know what to do. There's,
Lead the way.
this is where we're supposed to be. Right here. Stand near the trap door and play the recorded code. Oh. Okay. There must be, there's an intercom here. Okay, so we're near the trap door, within reaching distance, and play the code. Alright, got it. So, inventory, miscellaneous. Here we go. So that was so clever.
This doesn't look good.
Oh, look how wet it is.
Wait. Is that the same red phone from before?
No, maybe, but look, it's flooding in here. Remember Agnes said she was deathly afraid of water? Okay, let's just have a look around. Couch, I don't want to sit on it. It's a mess. Battered clipboard. Submerged facility. Okay, it won't let me pick it up. Kid, it won't let me pick it up. A hole in the world. Look for Agnes on the bottom floor of the listening post. Is that what this is? A listening post? Oh, man. I don't think that bucket's gonna work that good. Oh, my goodness. Locked doors. Why are these locked? Any particular reason? God, how long's this thing been leaking? Detective case file. Well, let's take that. Nick might want that. All that's water, and they got canned water in there. Alright, is that working? Mainframe offline or no data. Okay.
Looks like the mainframe is offline. We'll have to get it up and running if we want any information out of the terminals down here.
Yep. Oh man, what a mess.
Oh my god. Look at this place.
Oh my, it's a mess.
If Agnes is really here, she must be terrified. I can't believe the whole facility isn't entirely underwater already.
That's what I was thinking when we came.
I think I can see some sort of drainage system on the bottom floor. But who knows what kind of shape it's in, or how much longer it will hold out for.
Yeah, why would they build this near the ocean underground?
Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe to keep the place a secret? Looks like it worked.
We better work fast then.
Right. Let's keep moving.
All right. That doesn't sound good. That does not.
Attention. Attention. Water pump in critical capacity. Catastrophic failure is imminent.
Yeah, I'm surprised, and it just happens when we get here. Security office.
Someone tore this place apart.
But they didn't get that. What's that? Well, I can't take it either. Is there anything on that computer?
Attention. Attention. Water pump in critical capacity. Catastrophic failure is imminent.
What is all this? The hell is that? Is this some kind of a clinical room? That looks like somebody's roped in here. That somebody tied up in here.
Looks like they were trying to leave in a hurry. And didn't make it.
What the hell? Combination wrench. You can't. Dead guy. High powered magnet. No boot disc. Nothing's online. No boot disc.
Attention. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures.
Are you comfortable?
Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit at once.
What's this, the Last Supper? Keep thinking maybe I'll find a key or something on these guys. Some kind of soldiers? Oh my God, look how wet it is down here. Oh man.
No. No, no, no. This is what they did to her. This is all that's
Is
left.
that her brain? Oh my God, the poor woman.
A.G.N.I.S, I'm so sorry. I don't care what it takes. We are ending this.
Attention. Attention.
Oh my God. What?
Catastrophic failure is
In its status, subject online, root level granted. What, Kit? What do we do? Oh my God! This is terrible. What am I supposed to be doing? Discover the secrets of listening. Bring the facility mainframe back on. All right. What? I can't see what this is.
It hurts my eyes. What did they do to her in there?
I'm not pushing that button until I figure out what the hell it does. Let's look around. Oh, God. This is horrible. This is worse than Frankenstein. At least Frankenstein got to get up and walk around. Well, the only thing I can see to do is push that big red button. All right, let's do it. I don't know what I just did. All right, we have to go back upstairs, I guess. Kit, where are you? Is that a phone ringing?
Attention. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures. Notify essential personnel and seek safe exit 1.
No server data detected or data corrupted. Please restore backup and notify support per protocol.
Damn it. Looks like the server was wiped. Wait. That audio we recorded from the A.G.N.I.S store. Let's load the remote A.G.N.I.S holotape into the server here. And then check the personal storage section.
Well, okay, but let me just do a quick look here. Did I not come in this room? Sublimation chamber. What the hell is that? DNA scanner. Alright, she wants me to use that terminal. Oh my God, what a mess. What terminal is this? Dixon's terminal. Mainframe offline. Okay.
Mainframe's still down. Have to get it up and running before we can use any of the terminals.
Okay, Kit. I'm just kind of looking around.
sorry folks that run this place call themselves the Lattice Project, and they call this place the Altum Facility. Well, for now they call it that. It don't take a simple repairman like me to tell you this place is headed straight for the bottom of the ocean. Not that I don't pray it happens sooner than later. But see, the box they shoved that gal's mind into, it ain't waterproof. So before you go blasting a hole in the wall, listen. If water pours in and reaches her mainframe, she's gonna feel it. Like a scorpion under the skull. So if you came here to make this right, then I'm afraid you're gonna have to go the long way round. Farther than I was able. But since you figured out how to get down here, I'm betting you'll figure out how to open the one door they went and locked on me. The one door you gotta open to give that girl her rightful, peaceful rest. The sublimation chamber. That's where they yanked her mind out of her body. That's where they keep the final build. And that's where you gotta go to end that poor gal's nightmare. And man, sorry as sin this side of hell. A.G.N.I.S. Holloway. That was her name, for all they tried to wipe it from the face of the earth. Don't go forgetting it now. Let her pass, mister. Let her rest. Well, I believe that's gonna just about do it for old Dixon. I won't say where I'm headed, or where to find me. But the place you're standing right now, well, that's damn sure where you won't. Funny, him bringing me down here just to patch up the leaks in this place. Let it sink, I say, and drown them all.
Okay, what do we do now? We have to get in this. Enter numeric passcode. Find Brian Walker's personal code. A DNA sample. And a voice recording interface. Alright.
Looks like they've really got the system locked down. We'll have to start looking around.
Okay, we need
Let's read through any other terminals we find and see if we can figure out what happened here.
alright. Okay. Let's see if we can get through Dixon's. iMail. Heads up. Miss Patty, didn't they tell us they were only taking volunteers for this crazy party they're throwing? Don't seem right is all. Snatching a girl away from her family, no matter how messed up her head may be. I don't know. I can't say for sure I'm alright with end draft. Mr. Monroe, sorry, but I've got my hands full of trying to keep all these broads in a box in working order, so there's no need to send another message, or to call again, or to come by my store either. Ever. Sincerely. Headquarters regrets to announce that the annual DoD family picnic has been canceled. Most of you are aware that the tide of war has not yet turned in our favor, and in some cases, the military has sustained continued and heavy losses, while a boost in morale may be needed now more than ever. No department is in position to halt production even for one half day. Every man, woman, and machine is called to remain in action each day, all day, until fortunes improve overseas and our country can once more be called secure. Courage here for victory there. My desk will need to be relocated so that I can be seated facing A.G.N.I.S directly. I should like to be able to see her at all times and know that she is safe and happy. I cannot endure any further delays beyond what Lieutenant Walker puts upon me, so whatever resources or materials you need are approved and advanced. Suffice it to say, this is now your top priority. The distance between her and I has become intolerable. I wish to be closer and believe she wishes it too. Dr. Tam Lang. Your repeated concerns regarding very simple request has been noted, at length beyond the limits of my patience. Nevertheless, you are to proceed with construction. When the sublimation finally succeeds, I must be able to see her for myself. If you should deprive me of my right to witness the moment she becomes one with the machine, then let me assure you, you will be made to know of much greater concerns than that of ionizing radiation. Begin at once. Lang. The intercom in the lieutenant's office has been haywire again. Handle it, won't you please? Don't let him tell you not to bother. He must have a working intercom per protocol, and he knows it. Besides, I really and truly hate having to walk past those screens to reach his office. The sight alone gives me 8 kinds of chills. Patty. I know Dr. Lang's gotta have you running around like crazy, considering that I usually get out of here before you do. So geez, I hate to mention it, but the ceiling in the Fab Center has sprung yet another leak. I know there's only so much we can do to stay completely dry down here, but our OTEC could be pretty impossible to replace without finding another girl. Whenever you get a chance to take a look at it, that'd be great. Thanks, buddy. Here's to hoping the boss takes it easy on you, and you get above ground and home at a reasonable time tonight. Joe. Wonder if that's the same Joe that guy wanted to call and talk to that was locked up in the manager's room. Lieutenant Walker, copy to my personal storage. All right, so we got access to Lieutenant Walker's pin. All right, what we need? A DNA. What else do we need? Hole in the world. Access Lieutenant pin. We got that. Find Brian Walker's personal access code. Find a DNA sample. Find a voice recording of Brian Walker. Kit, are you helping?
Attention. Attention. Pumping facilities are experiencing critical power failures.
No boot.
Notify essential personnel.
What's it all about, Alfie? No boot. Alright, let's keep looking. Kit, are you helping? Okay, oh, here, what's this?
Attention. Attention. Seawater containment facilities are overwhelmed.
For all her promise, the subject lacks grace. How this girl screams, how roughly she resists my art, my compositions, for now I must be content to sketch. The canvas will soften when it learns to abide the brush. Oh my God. This person is cruel. The white room is beginning to take hold upon the girl. In the flickering light, I watch her eyes, see them dimming, softening. There's no more screaming. Perhaps she will make a useful canvas after all.
Attention. Attention.
I went this morning to observe the subject in the white room and found her not in her usual frenzy, but rather slumping against the restraints and barely able to keep her eyes open. I reminded the nurses at length to administer the sedative exactly as I have ordered it, only when the subject has reached absolute cerebral capacity. I've often been asked about the so-called impossible bottle displayed on my desk. How have you accomplished such a thing? How difficult did you find the task? How long must that have taken? How? tiresome livestock bleeding in ignorance. Genius, I have too often explained, is not in the doing of the impossible, but in the imagining of it, for a man may never accomplish the former without greatness enough to do the latter. So it was of great fascination to me when this evening last the old tinkerer thought to ask a much livelier question than any of his so-called betters had managed. Passing by my desk, he gestured to the bottle upon my desk and said, "Dr. Lang, sir, if you don't mind my asking, why put something where it don't rightly fit, where it don't want to be put?" "Why, indeed?" "Oh, you simple, surprising man." Though it did not appear to satisfy him, I gave him my answer: to arrange the world as it should be. For however impressive the question of how I accomplished the feat of wood into glass, the world will not truly understand why until it witnesses what I shall accomplish with mind unto machine. The girl shall become my last, greatest impossible bottle. The machine becomes her. It is accomplished. This morning at 700 hours, the subject's mind was liberated of the flesh and now functions within the machine. God himself shall look upon this match and marvel. There is so much to do. This morning's wire from Washington: enemy already has intelligence foothold in country. Department of Defense to take over A.G.N.I.S. project in its entirety. Lieutenant Walker, commanding Lattice director, activated. No. Within minutes, Walker's indelicate hands will unmake my greatest accomplishment. This I cannot abide. I will not. In my mind's eye, I see an instrument of golden steel and singular purpose. I admire the simplicity of its design. Now the weapon is cold in my left hand. I reach out with my right and feel the machine's umbilicus to be warmer than usual. They will never hurt you, my love. They will never know you. I fired upon Walker firstly, and finally, I will admit to finding a measure of great satisfaction watching as he crawled away from the others, down the stairs before finally collapsing against the wall of the White Room. A final shot to his head was as fine a point as perhaps I have ever made. With no one left to interfere, I am bound for the sublimation chamber. Inside the machine, I will finally and truly become one with her. Gosh, this guy's crazy. Okay, I already saw this. Be advised that a suitable specimen has been located and will arrive to the Alton facility in approximately 2 hours' time. Prepare for lockdown upon arrival. From this point forward, no personnel may enter or exit the facility without authorization from Central Command. This includes the start and end of every shift, no exceptions. Be further advised that rules of containment are in immediate effect. Make no attempt to converse with the specimen. Make no physical contact with the specimen. Make no attempt to interfere with DoD scientists or their equipment. All communications are now restricted to this facility only. No exceptions. Picnic canceled. Change of operations.
Attention. Attention. Water pump at critical capacity. Catastrophic failure is
All right, we knew about that. Okay, now she mentioned she killed the military guy, and that was that body that's leaning against the White Room. So I thought I checked it. How did I get down there? This guy. Oh, well, he doesn't seem to. Blood smear. Ah, DNA. All right, I got the DNA. DNA sampler. Where was the DNA sampler? I saw it someplace. Must have been up above. What else do we need? Access Lieutenant Walker's pin from the personal storage section of A.G.N.I.S remote holotape. Find Brian Walker's personal access code. Oh man, so much to find. DNA scanner. Okay, here we go. My inventory. Where would it be? Where would it be? Miscellaneous, my aid. Miscellaneous. Bloody note. Well, it's not here.
Attention. Water pump in critical capacity. Catastrophic failure is imminent.
Blood sample. Okay. Is that it? Enter numeric passcode. Voice recording. Scan DNA sample. Okay. So I got that. And then what else? Facility mainframe. Load holotape. One, 2, 3, 4 is the code. Okay, new pin. We got it. We got it. Okay. Let's put the pin in. We'll put that since we've got it. Enter numeric password. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's accepted, okay. So now we just need a voice recording interface. And where do we find that? Kit, come on, you're not helping at all.
Let's check around the reception desk for any other clues.
Okay, I'm looking. iMail. Heads up. Oh, Lord Dixon, we might want to think of laying low for a few hours. Debbie in processing just called and said the DOD finally found a girl for this little science experiment of theirs. They're bringing her down in just short of an hour. And Deb warned me to stay clear because this kid kicks like a mule and spits like a camel. If you're wondering, because you know I was, just how the brass was able to procure their new pet without kicking up any fuss, Debbie said she'd heard this kid was sick in the head, one of those Molly queers you read about who thinks she's in love with another girl. Suffice it to say, her parents were all too happy to let her serve her country if it meant they'd be rid of her. Shameless brat. I don't blame them one bit. How does Chinese sound for lunch today? I'll be home late again, sweetheart. Really, sweetheart? That's the third time this week. I've got half a mind to come there and tell this boss of yours that He'd better start letting my wife get home at a halfway decent, reasonable time. Now that I would know where to go or who I'd be yelling at, honestly, honey, I'm not sure this job of yours was a good idea. I haven't got a clue where you are all day, and you can't even tell me what these people are working on. Can we talk about it tonight, or does classified really include your husband, like he's any joker on the street? Love, Paul. Looks like I'll be stuck at the desk until late this evening. I swear the boss is working me like there's no tomorrow. Dinner is in the icebox, and kiss the children goodnight for me, won't you? Okay, this isn't doing me any good, but the intercom to my office is done for, so pass the word along that I can only be reached in person. Do not submit a ticket to have it repaired. I don't want the damn thing in my office to begin with. Dealing with Lang and his broad in a box downstairs is bad enough. I do not need additional aggravation. On a related note, you must stop phoning my house. My wife is long past suspicious, and you are not doing our situation any favors by it. If you and I are to enjoy our time together, then we will have to make do with supply closets and no contact outside the facility until either the war ends or my wife finds out the location of this facility and puts a bullet in both our heads. Be patient, Patty. I have a plan. Let's meet after everyone goes home, and I'll tell you about it. Lieutenant Brian Walker. Oh, that's the secretary he's chatting with. Of course you can borrow it. Come by the house tomorrow afternoon and let's chat. I hardly see you these last months, and when I do, I can't hardly get a word out of you about what you're up to these days. A sister's got a right to know. All right. Picnic cancel. We already know that. Personal entries. Shopping list. It's my fault enough. All right. So the guy's not leaving his wife. Okay. What's this? What's this? Last night he threatened to have me reassigned if I asked him about leaving his wife again. I haven't got a clue what kind of twit that man takes me for, but I'm not half as dim as he figures. While I can't say for certain what he and his white coat lackeys are really up to down there, I do know he's desperate to keep it a secret, and if he's never going to leave that shrew wife of his, then there's no point in hiding the fact that I can make threats too. I stopped by my sister's this morning and borrowed her 8mm camera. That bastard's playing games with me. Well, I can play them too, and one way or another, he'll find out that I came to win. Okay, so something's in a locker? What's that threat? Anyone got a clue? Sorry. My friends warned me that this was going to happen. Last night, that sullen bastard told me he didn't feel comfortable leaving his wife. At this point, of course, he was more than happy to suggest that our meetings in the supply closet continue. All right, so we're looking for a tape. Old Dixon and I have started having coffee together some mornings. Of course, people stare, like I'm not used to that. I imagine they can't get their heads around an army corporal chatting with a handyman. He's good enough company, but more than anything, that fella has his ear to the ground in a big way. Seems to me he knows more of what's going on down here than the brass. He told me that this morning he'd gotten a work request from Dr. Lang to move his office desk and terminal from the research wing into the main overlook. Apparently, this is so he can keep a closer watch over his girl downstairs. I've seen Lang's obsession for myself. 2 nights ago, on my way out, I saw him reaching over the railing, closing his eyes and running his hand along the umbilicus. I could almost hear him breathing from clear across the facility, and my family calls me a monster.
Attention.
Didn't join the army for this. One of the analysts in neurology offered himself last night. Offed himself last night. They called us into the conference room and told us that he left here yesterday without saying anything out of the ordinary. Went up to the beach, tied himself to a barrel, and laid down in the sand to wait for the tide. Poor bastard. At least after so much time down here, he got some sun in the end. After they told us, some of the other white coats threatened to walk, stressed from being in contact with the specimen, they said. Lang didn't even bother to show up to the meeting, so Brass decided that we will have to deal directly with the girl from now on, while the geniuses who thought this whole mess up in the first place get to sit behind the glass, write notes, and push buttons. The other army boys and I drew straws right after the meeting. Guess who the lucky winner was? Looks like today I'll be the one to strap her into the chair, wait for them to finish whatever the hell it is that they do to her, and then unstrap her and take her back to the holding. Today's White Room session starts in 30 minutes. I already need a drink.
Attention. Attention.
They said that she was like a caged animal, and now I've got a gash in my left arm to prove it. I asked the nurses to trim down her nails, though I don't think they'll do the same for her teeth. Even though all the thrashing and spitting, she kept her eyes directly on mine. Please, mister, I gotta get out of here, please. Good effing God, the way she looked at me. What's all this for anyway? Still need a drink. Do you think they know about you? I mean, that's what she said to me this morning inside the White Room, just as I tightened the straps. I know we're under orders not to talk with her, but guess what else I know? Not one damn thing that happens down here goes into any official record of any kind. So screw it, right? Do I think they know what about me? I asked. That you're the same as me, darling, she said, almost laughing, queer as coconuts. I stuffed the baffle into her mouth before she got another word out and wondered if there were any barrels left on the beach. Dixon finally told me that what he's been up to. Why, every night he's been staying later than even Dr. Lang. He's trying to shut down the whole damn operation. Everyone down here knows the old man can fix up a terminal when it fries, but I have to hand it to him. He never let on that he knows his way around a code base as well as a power supply. Hell, he told me he was the one who'd been altering the calculations in the neuroglyphics file, delaying the sublimation and trying to buy some time to get the poor girl out of here. I want to tell myself that I'm helping her, only because it's the right thing to do. But I'm finally starting to understand something. I can lie to everyone else about who and what I really am, but it's no use lying to myself. What I really am is short-tempered, scared, almost all the time, and yeah, kiddo, a coconut just like you, and I am going to help get you out of here. Dixon had cracked open the girl's personnel file a week after they brought her here. He showed it to me this morning. When I saw how that girl's parents gave her up, and how the brass knew that nobody would ask questions about one of those people coming up missing, I realized it was finally time to do something the right way, all the way, no more hiding. There's two white things down there. I just noticed that. Must be down below. Alright, let's look around the corner. There's something here. What's that? Up there. A hidden camera. And a voice recording. Right. Oh my god. I can't believe it took me that long to find that. Alright, Kit. I think we've got it. Voice recording interface. Click record to input your voice into the console. Well, I don't want to do that. I want his voice, don't I? How's that work? What's it say I gotta do? Use the blackmail recording in the sublimation chamber terminal. Yeah, but how? How do you do that? Voice recording interface. Record. Oh, okay. I did it. It just took it. I'm afraid to go in here.
God.
What? Oh, what is this?
It's really true, then. This must have been where they pulled her mind out of her body. I don't understand how something like this could have happened. How is it possible? And why? Why do this to her in the first place?
Because she was different, they were afraid of her, I guess.
I understand that. More than I'd like to. Let me just see if I can get what we came here for. Any data related to her core functions and how to access them should be located here.
Why do we have to access the core functions?
Because that's the only way we're going to be able to shut her down completely and painlessly.
Well, I'm pretty sure she can feel pain. She's still organic. Is there any chance we might not pull this off?
No, I haven't. We haven't come this far only to fail her now.
You really think she can feel pain?
She told us herself that she does. And besides, every time she's come back from her dark place, you can hear it in her voice. She's hurting. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
What makes you so sure?
The man in the radio broadcast seems like he knew about what was going on here and how it was done. At this point, it's our best lead, anyway. There's a lot to sort through. Come on, crew. There were 3 attempts before the sublimation procedure was successful.
My God.
Before they were actually able to extract her. She must have suffered so much. Fucking bastards. In any case, with this data, I should be able to generate a usable decryption key, giving us full access to her source code and vital functions. This looks like the instruction sets they installed into her after the sublimation. Call and response modalities, topic forms, storage instructions. Wait, what is this? There's another instruction set. Latent functions. These are completely different, nested within the rest. Hidden. These look like broadcast frequencies, different from her radio station. Ultrasonic and infrasonic. But why? Wasn't she supposed to talk, play music, and looks like they've hidden some project notes within the code comments. According to this, A.G.N.I.S was originally intended to be some sort of surveillance device during the war, hidden in plain sight. The military wanted a way to distinguish background chatter from treason, and no AI they had was advanced enough to do that. That's why they did this to her. They used her to cut down on how much data they would have to sort through. But it looks like the project fell behind schedule. And by the time A.G.N.I.S was released to the public, the military believed there were already too many spies inside the country. They pushed Lang, the project director, into making... Oh no.
What is it?
A.G.N.I.S is a weapon. Those ultrasonic and infrasonic frequencies I saw, they can be used to concuss people, to incapacitate them with the flip of a switch.
Well, that explains why your people sent you to get her.
Yes, it would.
Is she a weapon we could use? Well, why would you ask that? We should shut her down like she wanted.
Yes, she has suffered enough, and she deserves a chance, for once, to decide something for herself. Thank you for understanding that. Alright, it looks like I should have everything we'll need to do this as painlessly as possible for her. We'll have to go down to the mainframe itself. That's where her vitals functionality is stored, keeping what's left of her alive.
Good Lord. This is gross. Is that where we're going? Kit, is that where we gotta go?
It's time to finish what we've begun. Let me get started. I just wanted to say thank you. This isn't what I wanted, but I understand now that it's what she wanted. And we owe her that. And I owe you for sticking with me through all of this. For everything. Why do you follow him?
What? That was Kat.
What? No, Kat. Get out of here. Tell me, why do you follow him? Are his eyes your truth? As our keepers were mine. The world is dark, unmade, rudderless. Pakon, how did you find us? God, she's standing right in front of the pump control panel. If she's figured out what it's for.
We don't have time for this.
We're going to have to make time. She's unstable, confused. Kat, listen. I follow him because I want to. It's not like it was with Alec. It's different because I made a choice. I decided to be here. Do you understand? No. You have taken my eyes. I can't see. I can't function. And I cannot understand. Yes, you can. Please, Cat, listen to me. Maybe we'll never be able to leave Bellwether behind. Not completely. But we have to fight. We have to try. I know you feel lost and alone. But there is so much more to you than that place. More to you than him. Life out here, it's weird and wonderful. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's frightening. But it's always mine. Out here, I can jump and shout and think and breathe and choose. Let me help you choose. Let me help you fight. Lost. Fight. Help. Jump. Fight. Choose. Lost. Function. Choose. Breathe. Breathe. When you didn't come home, I was terrified that you'd been killed. In Bellwether, we were always apart because they kept us apart. I came to the Commonwealth ready to bury you, not to learn that you had chosen to leave home. You'd chosen to leave me. But I understand now. I've been following you, watching you. It's like I was getting to know you all over again. Except that now I realize I don't even know myself. There was never anything to know before. But now, maybe there is. I have to leave now, sister. Cat, wait. I'll be alright. Maybe I'll be around. Maybe I'll just be. Goodbye, sister. For now. For now, sister. Goodbye. Cat. Look at her go. I saw her with Alec inside the radio station. I just knew in my heart that it was too late for her. I should have known better. You've shown me yourself. It's only too late if I decide it is. I guess you showed her that too. Even if neither one of us knew it. Only one thing left to do. Come on.
Kit's right. There's only one thing left to do. I gotta keep my promise. Alright, Agnes. I'm here to keep my promise. Please read me. I hope you can see this. I have a message for Kit. It will play when you shut me down. And Thank you for everything you've done for me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Disable vital functions failsafe. Do you want to proceed? Disabling failsafe will terminate all subject cognitive and neural functions and cause irreversible tissue death. Confirm vital functions termination.
Well, I will be damned, darlings. If you're hearing this, that means you found me. Wherever I was and whatever I was. I'll make this recording as soon as he left for the A.G.N.I.S store, and I don't know how much time I've got before I go dark again. So, I should hurry up and talk while the talking's good. Kid, when you first came to Symphony Station, I could not fathom where in the world such a talkative, intelligent, and fearless young woman could have possibly come from. But then you told me about fair weather, and I realized that the truly unbelievable thing was that you managed to leave such a place behind. If you ever feel something or someone pulling you back there, remember that you are stronger than that place. Remember that you are bigger than any box they could try and keep you in. Remember that I love you, and will always be so proud of you. Tell our mutual friend that, although it doesn't begin to cover what I owe him, he has my eternal thanks. Maybe the next life, if I am blessed enough to know it, will allow me the chance to hug old pals and repay old debts. Dark places coming together. It has been hard to accept that I'll never know who I am or why I'm here. Maybe it don't matter. Maybe it's more important that, in the end, I wasn't alone. It's strange. In a dark place, there's always a window. And through it, there's always a girl. If I look hard enough, it's like I can see into her thoughts, her feelings. Things I can almost remember. Maybe this time, I won't be afraid. Maybe this time, she'll remember me, too.
Goodbye, Agnes.
Goodbye, Agnes.
Have you ever felt like you were outside your own body before? Sometimes I look at my arms, my hands and feet. I wonder who they belong to, about all they've done. I've only just begun to recognize them as mine, as something I can control. I've been making my own choices, and I almost missed the time when I couldn't. Fear wasn't a part of my function. Now that I can choose, I'm afraid all the time. And I hate it. But when I think about the life Agnes never got to have, the choices she never got to make, even the fears she never got to choose, and I realized that no matter what they tried to take away, or what they tried to turn her into, she never let them have her. She chose to be herself, all the way to the end. There is always a window, and through it, there is always a girl. Agnes was right. I've been looking through a window too, wondering what that white-haired fool is so afraid of. And what she'll do next. And no matter who she is, no matter who she becomes, I will choose to be her.
Kelly Kipper, Kit and Kat. Tegan Gardner, Agnes. Paul Warren, Alec. Cliff Kinsmark Davenport, Dixon Monroe. Eric Ryan, the librarian. Miscellaneous radio commercial voices. The Machine and Her was written, developed, and scored by Nick Cola.